New Year, Leo. Welcome to your 2019 Love and General Spread. This reading is for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, and Venus. Can I just also add that I'm now open to doing personal readings? All the information is in the description box below, so feel free to go and look and see what I offer. Now, I'm going to be using a new system, and when I tried this out, I thought, you know what, this gives you a lot of answers and a lot of clarifications. And yeah, let's just get cracking on with your reading. So the first card we're going to be looking at is what energies you are leaving behind in 2018. So the energies that you'll be leaving behind in 2018 is this card, and I should hope so. This is the Nine of Swords. So I feel like you're going to be leaving behind a lot of anguish, a lot of pain, a lot of, I mean, this woman on the card, she doesn't look like she's in pain, but I feel like mental pain, mental torture, overthinking, overanalyzing, stressing out, feeling trapped in the mind, nightmares, not being able to sleep, staying awake at night, thinking about, the next day, what's going to happen to me the next day, will I be able to pay this bill, etc. Something along them lines. I feel like you'll be leaving behind being over anxious about situations, people, all right? And obviously in life, we're always going to come across hurdles. That's natural, right? But I feel like for some of you in 2018, because I feel that you are going to try and move into the year in a more balanced way. When I done your January 2019 reading, you guys may want to have a look at that if you haven't done already. You're going into the year feeling more balanced. You make a conscious decision to go into the year feeling more balanced, feeling more calm, because you know that throughout 2018 for some of you, this was your reality. And you don't want to go into the new year like that. And I feel like maybe for some of you, for 9 months, you've been feeling, having anxiety, been overthinking, worrying. Some of you for 9 years carrying this energy, and you're just saying, you know what? I'm laying my swords down. I am not going into the new year in this way. And good on you, Leo. All right, because no one wants to be in that sort of energy as well. Some of you may have felt that, you were trapped. Whatever direction you took, you just felt trapped. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. There was like this dark cloud hovering around you, hovering over you throughout 2018. Like I said, it could have been happening for like 9 months for some of you. Okay. And you don't want it anymore, and you're putting a stop to it. Okay, so anything that causes you stress, anything that causes you burden, overthinking. Some of you have been overthinking about a situation, feeling trapped in the mind, feeling as though, like I said before, there's no way out of the situation, feeling restricted. You're leaving that behind. You're leaving that behind. You're going to go into the year, I feel, more balanced, more calm, more peaceful, and just working through situations without having to obsess about it. You probably were obsessing about problems, which made your problems get bigger. You're leaving that all behind. You'll be looking at new ways in which you can tackle issues and problems without them overtaking your life, okay? We also have this card. This is so beautiful. It's from my deck, the Love Your Inner Goddess deck, and if you're male, it still applies to you. It's oracle cards to express your divine feminine spirit, or if you're a male, divine masculine spirit. This card, I love the illustration on this card, or these cards. It says, be brave and true, spiritual warrior. So this card paired up with the Nine of Swords is indicating to me that you will be a spiritual warrior in the year 2019. You're going to be brave. I feel like before, some of you may have felt like you wanted to crumble because of all the stress. A lot of, arrows were coming at you. A lot of things coming from different situations, different directions, sorry. Like, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, and I've got to do this. How am I going to get myself out of it? I'm overwhelmed, which caused you to be having sleepless nights, overthinking, worrying, stressing out, right? Realizing that the year has gone so fast, and I haven't done half of the things that I thought I would do because I spent all my time stressing out. So you'll be leaving that energy behind, right? Like I just mentioned before, and you'll be embracing you know, the inner warrior, the inner goddess that you are. All right. You'll be brave, you'll be true. All right. Like I said, approaching situations on a level where it's more logical, as opposed to letting the situation overwhelm you. Okay. Facing a situation, maybe some of you could have been um trying to hide, push things away, push problems and issues aside, hoping that they'll go away, but they kept creeping back up, which made you anxious, which made you have that anxiety, thinking that if I don't think about it, then it will be gone. But no, it came, and it probably all came at the same time, which resulted in this. Okay. But in going into the year, I feel like you will be facing your problems head on, and then moving on from them, and then facing another problem head on and moving on from them, sorting them out, as opposed to trying to sweep them underneath the carpet and be scared of your problems. All right. Brave and true, spiritual warrior. 1 and 9 is 20. All right. So that represents to me that you'll be looking at situations in a more loving way, as opposed to how can I get myself through this, as opposed to how, you know, I need to run away from it. That's fantastic, Leo. So let's move on to card number 2. And we'll be talking about what will you be carrying moving forward. So we have the 7 of Cups. Now, the 7 of Cups speaks of somebody that has got so much options. Now, when I saw this card, I thought to myself, okay, 7 of Cups is a Pisces card. Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune. It used to be ruled by the planet Jupiter. Okay, so we take both planets in this reading, right? So if you look at this card, this man is looking at all the different choices and options that he has. Should I go here? That cup looks quite scary. Oh, that cup looks nice. Or I better stay away from this cup, sort of thing, right? This is indicating to me that you have a lot of paths that you need to take in the year 2019. Some of you could be embarking on your own you know, some of you could be embarking on your own, opening up your own business. Some of you could be thinking about being an entrepreneur, working for yourself. Some of you have a lot of projects. This to me represents projects. Some of you, it could be partnerships, all right? But to me, it represents projects when I first saw this card in this spread. So some of you have a lot of projects lined up. This is saying to you that yes, you do have a lot of options. You do have a lot of projects that you need to seize. At the same time, you know, don't get overwhelmed like you did before in 2018, right? 9 of Swords. Take each step and take time with each project. But I see that most of you are very, very creative. All right. Some of you could be dressmakers have come to mind. Some of you could be actors. Some of you could be, you know, into, you know, real estate for some of you. But there's a lot of projects that you want to embark on. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you this year, I feel. Some of you may get a bit overwhelmed, like, oh my God, maybe I should whittle down my list to about 2 or 3. But I feel like anything that you put your mind to, anything that you set out to do this year, some of you may have started it already, now in 2018, but anything that you have started or want to start in the year 2019, know that you can do it. The trick is try not to get overwhelmed. Like I mentioned before in the first card, feeling overburdened, trying to forget about things, sweeping things under the rug to move on and hoping that it will go away. No, tackle each issue, each project, and give it all your attention. Don't start something and jump onto the next, right? If you're going to start something, focus on that thing. And if you can, then try and do 2 at a time, but focus on the most important one first. I feel like there's a lot that you want to get out of these projects, and I feel like you need to go ahead, because this is what you'll be carrying moving forward. Okay, moving forward is you'll be carrying all the projects that you want to do, all the things that you may have wanted to do in the previous year but you didn't get a chance to. Now is going to be the opportunity for you to get the chance to, you know, dip your feet into all those things that you dreamed of, all those things that you wanted to do but didn't quite get a chance to do because you felt held back, you felt trapped, you felt restricted in the previous year. You'll be doing it this year. For others of you, you may want to date other people, you may want to there may be a lot of offers coming towards you, okay, and you'll be sport for choice. Who do I choose? Is that person good for me, or let me go out on a date with this one? This is what I see. There's going to be a lot of offers, and I see a lot of opportunities for you, Leo, in 2019. All right. Now, also, I may add with this card is trying not to get too overwhelmed, try not to get confused as well, because remember, this card is, a Pisces card, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, and fantasy. So I feel like moving forward throughout 2019, your dreams will be realized, Leo. Fantasies that you held within your mind, within your heart, will be brought before your eyes. You may even shock yourself, like, I did that? Yes, you did, and yes, you will, right? Things that you can't feel, you can't touch, because to some people, if you can't see it, it's not real. You will bring things that people can't see and people can't touch to life to make them believe in magic. So anything that you're going to set out to do, Leo, I feel like it's going to be magic, okay? You'll shock yourself and you will shock others. There will be a lot of projects going on, I see. And if it is, to do with love, I feel like whoever you may meet may have these energies, this sort of, they will be like someone that you fantasize about having, someone that you dreamed of having. Maybe you're trying to manifest someone in, okay? For others of you, I feel like you will be meeting someone that is just a dream to you, it's just a fantasy to you, okay? But I feel more, this card is more to do with projects that are in the pipeline. Now, let's move on to aspirations for the year ahead and what you want to achieve. Now, when I was shuffling, three cards came out. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it, right? So we have the High Priestess, the Moon card, and the Judgment. So when I saw this, I was like, whoa, okay, Leo wants to be secretive about what they're doing. I'm just going to put it out there. High Priestess speaks about someone that has a lot of secrets, someone that is very spiritual, okay? Someone that knows, like I mentioned before, a lot of people don't really like, to discuss or like to believe in things that they can't see. The High Priestess sees things that are on a spiritual plane. She may not discuss what she sees. She may not discuss what she feels to others, okay? But she's a very spiritual woman. She has a lot of secrets. People may even come to the High Priestess for guidance. So I feel like this card paired up with the Moon. The Moon is a card of fear. To me also, the Moon is a card of secrets as well, all right? And I feel like you will be very secretive about what you're going to be doing moving forward. So for some of you, if it is projects that you're working on, it will be done in secret, okay? You won't want to tell a lot of people, if any, you'll keep it to yourself about what your next move will be. There may be a fear there that if you let out your secrets, it may not come to pass. So the best thing to do is just keep this to myself and just focus on that. In regards to, like I mentioned before, about the projects and about the love offers coming in, that will be also done in secret as well. I feel like, again, with the High Priestess, you will be moving forward with your work projects and your relationships with, potential love partners in secret, because there will be a fear that, it will be spoiled for some of you. Like, I can't let people know what I'm doing. And sometimes it's best, you don't have to tell the world who you're seeing or etc. So I feel like most of you will be, what you want to achieve is keeping things close to your chest until you're ready to tell people. But we have the Judgment. We have to be aware of the Judgment card, right? And I feel like you don't want to get any judgment. And that's probably the reason why you'll be keeping things to yourself. Keeping things to yourself, working on your projects, behind the scenes. And, I feel like, again, you don't want any judgment placed on you. You don't want anyone to judge your relationship, who you're with, or what you're working on, or any project that you're doing. You fear that. And, you don't want anything to get in your way like it did before, maybe in 2018, or maybe you know, during these 9 years that got us to 2019. But I do feel like you want things to be kept secret until you're ready to reveal it. Okay? And to you, it might be, it's better this way. That's what's coming to mind. And you want to achieve some sort of mystery around you. That's what I feel like. People might be thinking, what's Leah up to now? What are they going to do next? You want to have that sort of mystery around you. You want to, I feel like you're going to want to keep people guessing. People will be guessing. People will be expecting, what are you going to be doing next? But then there's you, the Scorpio. I know it's the Scorpion, but there's you. Like, they're waiting on, what is Leo going to be doing next? And then you'll just creep up behind, and then you'll just, here I am, I'm doing this project now. You know, like, you just want things to be kept secret, and you don't want no judgment. And this is the reason why. Okay? You don't want any judgment. And I don't feel like I feel like we're human beings. You may judge others that judge you. And the reason why the judgment card has come up as well, because I was quite confused why it came there, is because you just don't want any type of judgment, I feel. And like I said, we're all human beings. So, you know, you will happily remove yourself from anyone, High Priestess, that judges you, that makes you feel less than, that makes you feel like your plans are non-valuable, that makes you feel like your relationship is not good. You will remove yourself. Instead of judging that person, you'll think, okay, I need to remove myself from this person. But I do see that you'll be doing things in secret. That's what I see moving forward throughout the year 2019. People will see what you're doing once it's completed, but you won't tell people whilst you're doing it. Now, moving on to pile 4, we have what will empower you during the year. We have Ace of Swords. Now, what will empower you during the year, Leo, is gaining clarity of a situation, facing up to situations, not hiding away from situations. Going back to pile number 1, okay? I feel like before, what you're leaving behind is not having that anxiety, not having that fear. Because, excuse me, I feel like in 2018 or maybe before that, you let a lot of things pile up, which made you get overwhelmed. Not facing things head on, waiting to see, you know, like that snowball effect, when it's the small snowball and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it just like explodes. And it's like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. You're going to face situations head on. You're going to look at things square in the eye, regardless of what it is. If there's a problem in the relationship, you're going to face it. You're not going to sweep it under the carpet. If it's a job situation, if it's a bill, anything of that matter, you're going to face it head on. Okay? You're going to gain clarity about situations. You're going to see through, you're going to use your logic more as well this year, I feel. And just not being as scared, or I wouldn't really say scared, but not being fearful of an outcome. Just facing things on a logical level, right? I do see that you'll be using your intuition and your emotions, because High Priestess is a very emotional person, or I wouldn't say emotional like the Queen of Cups, but she's very spiritual. What I meant to say, she has a lot of emotions, hidden understandings of what's going on in the spiritual world, right? She has a lot of knowledge in that nature. So you'll have that within you, right? But at the same time, you'll still be able to use your logic. You know, you will not be afraid to cut out anybody or anything that does not serve you. Ace of Swords, gaining clarity of situations, gaining clarity of what project should I do, not being overwhelmed. Okay, I'm going to focus on this project, or okay, which type of person do I want to be with, or what do I need to do in my relationship that's going to make me happier, that's going to make my partner happier. Ace of Swords. All right. I hope I wasn't saying wands before, but Ace of Swords, gaining clarity. It's that aha moment, having that aha moment, not being fearful. Okay. So now let's move on to what energy can you harness and what may stand in your way. Now, like I said, when I do these cards, sometimes 3 cards pop out, 2 cards pop out, but I take them because it could be a message. So we have the King of Swords. So again, let's start with the King of Swords. I feel like with the Ace of Swords in your, what will empower you during the year, it mirrors the Ace of Swords, because I feel like some of you are going to be embodying the energies of the King of Swords. King of Swords is someone that is very logical, someone that is highly intelligent, right? Someone that uses their logic as opposed to their emotions, right? If this person has emotions, he hides it very well, okay? This is a very intellectual person. This could be a lawyer. This could be a scientist. This could be a doctor. So some of you could be going into that field in 2019. If you're not doing that already, I see this theme continuing throughout 2019 if you're already in this field. But I feel like you'll be communicating a lot. There will be a lot of communication, a lot of intellectual conversations with others, right? If you guys are doing a job that requires you to communicate, I see that you'll be communicating effectively with your clients, okay? There'll be a lot of incoming communication, outgoing communication. You'll be, I feel, some of you giving advice, and it could be advice on a intellectual level, all right? Some of you could be lawyers, again, some of you could be doctors, etc. Helping people, giving them advice. So this is the energy that you need to harness. So good communication skills. Yes, you're going to be doing things in secret, maybe keeping a few things to yourself, but I do see that there will be a lot of communication this year for you. Okay, you'll be communicating with others, the public, clients, all right? This is very important for you this year, Leo, communication. We also have Page of Wands. So Page of Wands speaks of someone that is going on a journey, someone that wants to communicate, someone that has a message to bring. So again, it ties in with what I was saying with the King of Wands. You'll be in the field, some of you, that has got a lot to do with communication, bringing in a message towards someone, making that first move. Traveling from afar. So some of you may need to travel this year. Some of you may not have traveled for a long time. Some of you may have to, you know, come out of your comfort zone and travel. Okay. And we also have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this kind of contradicts what I was just saying, because the Two of Wands is a person. The Page of Wands to me is an Aries, but the Two of Wands is a person that is Two of Wands is a person that is a Sagittarius, okay? So maybe some of you may need to leave behind someone that is a Sagittarius. Maybe some of you may need to leave behind not staying still. For some of you, that just came to mind. Some of you may need to not be in this energy, the Sagittarius energy, moving around, okay? I feel like the Page of Wands is someone that carries a message, delivers a message. And I feel like you're not to wait on messages. You're meant to, because look, Two of Wands in the reverse, right? This is someone that is waiting on, in upright, it's someone that is waiting on communicating with someone, to me. Someone that is thinking about communicating to someone from afar as well. Waiting on communication. I want to communicate with someone that lives abroad or someone on the internet, right? Every time I look at this card. But this is indicating to me that you have to be assertive in your communication. Okay, you got to be assertive. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Okay, that's why it's in the reverse for me. Don't procrastinate. Be that person that's going to be assertive. Go after what you want. Go after your dreams. If you want to send that message to that person, do it. Do not wait, okay? And remember, the King of Wands to me is someone that is very, very assertive in general anyway, okay? Now, this is also speaking about what may stand in your way. So, like I said, communication is very important for you guys this year, but what may stand in your way is that if you communicate too harshly, it could, you know, affect your business for some of you. Or it could affect your relationship. Being mindful of how you come across to others. And it's funny I say that because I was mentioning that to my sisters today, actually. Like, people need to be mindful of how they come across to others. It was a discussion that we were having, and like, it was good to speak to like-minded people, but obviously with your family, sometimes you all think the same. But it's like, being mindful as to how you come across to others, being self-aware, okay? Because remember, the King of Swords is all about business to me. So, okay, you'll have that sort of business mind. Ace of Swords as well. You'll have that logical mindset in your dealings with clients and customers, or whoever that may be. But just be mindful as to how you're speaking to them. And, you know, just, to me, it's so cliche, but just treat people how you want to be treated as well, regardless if they're a client, regardless if they're a friend, family member, partner, child, children, etc. Being mindful. I know sometimes, guys, we can slip up, right? We're human, but just being mindful. Don't embody the good traits of the King of Swords, not the cold, detached, aloof energies of the King of Swords. That needs to be, you know, pointed out. But yes, of course, embody the intelligence of the King of Swords. Also, with the Page of Swords, like I said, if you've got a message to give, a message to say, do it, send it. Okay, obviously, if it's because I did say that before, but obviously, if it's to a person that is toxic, then obviously you guys know the deal, right? Like, don't go there. But if it's regarding someone that is, you know, is nice to you, is kind to you, is, you know, a client, is I keep saying client because I see that some of you will be speaking a lot to like clients and people in work. But if it's to like a client, if it's to a love interest, your children, just embody the energies of the Page of Wands, okay? Just be, you know, the Page of Wands to me is a very positive person. Just be positive, just be vibrant. Okay, some people say Page of Wands can be a narcissist because of the way he's dressing, but he's got a lot of pride in himself. He's got, like, you know, good dress sense, and, you know, just be very charming. That's what I would say, because he's charming. So just be very charming, but being very prideful, being very arrogant, because the Page of Wands can be arrogant sometimes, guys. Being very arrogant and boastful, that can stand in your way as well. So keep that sense of humbleness, I feel. In regards to the Two of Wands, I will say that, you know, don't procrastinate as well. That can stand in your way. Waiting, you know, not waiting, sorry. Being, you know, what's the right word I was thinking of? Being too, like, jumping into a situation without thinking first. Okay, that could stand in your way also. That's probably why the Two of Wands is in the reverse, because it's procrastination. That can hinder you, or that can harm you. Knowing when the time is right, using your intuition, High Priestess, right, to make that move, okay? To send that message, to not send that message, to, you know, talk to a specific client, to not talk to a specific client, knowing to go on holiday or when not to go on holiday. Just using your intuition, be in touch with your intuition, okay? So let's move on to what energy can you harness? Sorry, what can you expect in each area of your life? And I have 4 cards here, and we're going to be looking at the love, health, spirit, home, and wealth, right, with each 4. So the first card is the 4 of Cups, and we're going to talk about love. With the 4 of Cups, I feel like you may not be open to offers for some of you. And some of you may not be open to offers. You could be having dealings with a Scorpio person, because this is a Scorpio cup to me. So you could be having dealings with a Scorpio person, and you may not be open to their offer. Or you could be giving your offer to this Scorpio person, and they may not be open to it. All right. So this person could be focused on something else, or you could be focused on something else as well. So it's just kind of like a heads up to say, like, if that is the case, then, you know, if someone is being this way, then just allow them their space. But this is also a heads up to you that someone could be screaming for your attention, screaming for your love. And, you know, it's for you to look up and take that cup, take that offer. You may not want to, because, again, like I mentioned, you could have other offers or other things that are occupying your mind. In terms of friendships, you may not want to meet no new friends, because, look, the guy just looks so bored. Like, I ain't even taken notice of that cup you're offering me right now, because I've got so much on my mind. So you may not even be open to offers to meet new friends, to meet new people, because you could be focusing on your work and focusing on the clients and the people that you have to talk to and socialize with in that area. In regards to health, you could be you know, some of you could feel like, oh, I can't be bothered with my health, or, you know, what's the right word? I'm too tired to exercise. I'm too tired to work out. I'm too tired because my mind is occupied with other things. This is a heads up if that's the case, guys, that, you know, even if it's like 10 minutes a day or like in the morning, like, you know, a bit of stretching or a walk, like instead of driving to work, walk to work or park somewhere where you can walk, because it seems like some of you may be quite fed up with trying to focus on your health, and not really focusing on that. Okay, so this is just a heads up to say if that does happen, then, you know, even if you can squeeze like 15 minutes a day of like a routine, or, you know, try and incorporate snacks that are like fruit and nuts if you're not allergic to nuts, instead of chocolates and biscuits. I mean, I got to take my own advice because I know I've been eating a lot of chocolate this Christmas. But do you know what I mean, guys? And in regards to wealth, I feel like some of you may be quite unhappy with the way things are going in terms of your wealth. And remember, guys, don't switch off or don't be alarmed. This is just the first card. We've still got 3 more other cards to discuss in those areas that I just mentioned, right? So some of you may not feel like things are speeding up in regards to your wealth. So it may make you feel disheartened without realizing that there are offers coming in, but you have to be aware of those offers. Going back to the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords, you have to communicate. Do not procrastinate. 2 of Wands in the reverse. Do not procrastinate. Make that offer. Make that connection. Page of Wands, right? So being aware of what's being offered to you. Not thinking, oh, it's not good enough. Being aware, you don't know, that client or that person could be the person that, you know, could make your week, you know, financially. So not turning down offers because you don't think that it's good enough. Something along them lines. Going about back to this as well. Not being like, you know, the Page of Wands, like when he's not in his when he's not being highly evolved, not being, you know, being quite snobbish, and, you know, the King of Swords being detached and aloof and defensive. So just remember that, guys. Like, don't turn down offers because you may feel like it's not good for you. In terms of spirit, might be feeling quite spiritually depleted at times, but remember that you are spiritually guided, because this hand remind me that, you know, you are spiritually guided. The hand's trying to give him the cup and he's not paying attention to it. You are protected. You are spiritually guided. Okay, so always try and remember that when you do feel down. We are human beings, we do feel down from time to time, but remember that we are spiritually guided. And if that is the case, then just, you know, go into nature. This guy's in nature. Go into nature, and, you know, you may uplift yourself that way. Do things that are going to make you happy. Do things that are going to raise your vibrations. I keep saying it all the time on this channel, guys. And regards to home, some of you guys may be quite unhappy about your home, feeling that, you know, is this my lot? You know, I don't like the way things are. But not realizing that, look, there are things that you can change. Maybe some of you may need to change home. Feeling quite defensive, feeling quite like you're almost giving up on the options that you can do in regards to home. That's just for some of you and what you could be experiencing. Okay, so let's move on to the next card. We have the Queen of Wands, which is your card, Leo female. If you're a man, Leo male, King of Wands. But we're going to be focusing on love. So your love life is going to be on fire this year, Leo. All right. You're going to have a very passionate love life this year. You're going to be assertive. You're going to know who you are. All right. You're not afraid. You're not going to be afraid to live out your desires, I feel, in terms of career, in terms of relationships, in terms of your sexuality. You're going to be on fire. It's like I'm feeling like a volcano erupting. There's something that is inside that wants to explode, and I feel like you're going to have the confidence to do it. You're not going to be letting anything, obviously we're human beings, but I don't feel like you're going to allow yourself to be held back. You're going to push forward. You're going to have that self-confidence. It's almost like you're trying to, this year is like about self-mastery, mastering yourself and trying to execute each area of your life in the best way possible. And in terms of your relationship and love life, like I said, it's going to be on fire. You're going to be magnetic. You are magnetic anyway, but you'll be exuding that in the areas of love. You'll be exuding that in the areas of your friendship. You're going to be very popular with your friends. Very, very popular with your friends, okay? You're going to be a lot of social gatherings, going out, meeting new people, going out with your friends a lot. I feel like you'll be very open, you'll be very kind, which you are already, mostly as I know are. Be very kind, be very open, be very loving, generous. You'll be sharing your personality with a lot of different people. And in regards to love, again, it's going to be a passionate affair. You could be in a relationship with a Leo, or you could be in a relationship with a King of Swords, like a Libra or a Gemini. And you could be in a relationship with a Pisces, right? But I feel more so it's a Leo or a Libra you could be dealing with. Excuse me, I had to have some water. Okay, now let's move on to your health. Your health will be on fire also. I feel like some of you may decide to go back to the gym. If not the gym, some of you may decide to, just take up a healthy eating regime, or, do something that is quick. You may want to, lose weight quickly, or you may want like some sort of quick success. So some of you, if that is the case, just do things in moderation, guys. Remember what we spoke about here. Moderation is key, yeah? So I feel like some of you may decide to, it could be like a change of mind about something. Like before, some of you could be thinking, there's no point, there's no point in trying to be healthy and fit. And then it's like Queen of Wands kicks in, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to do this. So some of you may surprise others. Some of you may surprise yourself and just sign up to the gym, or just take on a quick, healthy regime, something that is very energetic. That's what I'm feeling. That's the word I'm trying to get. You may decide to do something that is going to help you, something that you're passionate about. It could be squash. I don't know why squash came to mind, but squash is the game that, you sweat a lot. So it could be squash, or something that is high intensity. I feel like most of you will be doing to make yourself feel good and to, look good as well. All right. In regards to your spirit will be, you'll be in high spirits. Your spirit will be very positive. You will spread your positivity wherever you go as well. You'll be liked a lot. You will be liked a lot by others, and you are liked a lot by others. And you'll have a happy spirit about you, which will then rub off on others also. Okay, that's fantastic. And your home life will be very colorful, playful, energetic, vibrant. Okay, so before you could be thinking in the first half of the year, what am I going to do? And then it's like, no, Queen of Wands comes in and saves the day. Like you refill yourself, and it's like, no, I can do this, I can do that. You will be exuding the energies of the Queen of Wands, right? And your home life will represent this as well. Be very playful, welcoming, and warm, just like yourself. All right, so let's move on to the third card, and we'll still be discussing these areas. So your love life, Ace of Cups, come on. I need to put the card down. Do I need to say anything else, Leo? Do I? Okay, this year, Leo, your love life will be amazing. Okay, and bearing in mind, guys, Jupiter, I done a Jupiter video. Please, guys, if you have the chance, please check it out. Jupiter is in Leo's 5th house. 5th house is all about sex, creation, and fun. Children as well, right? Anything to do with children, your inner child, creating a child, okay? And some of you may find out you're pregnant this year. And I looked at it before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some of you guys could even get pregnant in the month that you were born, August. Or if you're a July Leo, some of you guys could, start thinking about, having a baby. But I do see that some of you will be getting pregnant this year. Because Ace of Cups speaks of fertility as well. And like I said, Jupiter is in Leo's 5th house of creativity. And when it is in the 5th house, it brings to life things like, having a child, getting pregnant, and, things that creative projects, going back to this, looking at all the different areas of your life, all the different projects that you want to do. That's why I see it highlighted here as well. So it's no surprise that the spread has come out like this. So again, back to your love life with the Ace of Cups. I see that you'll have a very passionate love life, okay? This is one where two people are emotionally invested in each other. This is one where, there's a lot of love. Like the cup is overflowing of love. Like you're so in love, you can't even believe this is happening to you, sort of love, right? There's peace of mind. in this union relationship. Because remember, going back to the first card, you came into the year wanting to close the door, shut the door on the anxiety, and obviously swords represent not having peace of mind. All right, so you have peace of mind within this partnership that you're in with someone. It could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, right? Sun, Moon, or Rising, or specifically a Cancerian person. But there's going to be a lot of love that is going to be in this relationship, okay? A lot of sharing, a lot of kindness, a lot of sweetness, a lot of tenderness, okay? Your friendships will also exude these qualities as well, Leo, all right? There's going to be a lot of sharing, a lot of togetherness, a lot of, you know, feeling as though your friends are like your family. Spending time with your friends, spending time with loved ones, okay? Having an amazing time, seeing the joys in life, seeing the joys in your partnership with your person, right? It's a very amazing cup. You'll feel like you're definitely on cloud nine. You will be in love. Again, I feel like some of you maybe get pregnant this year, in August especially. So if you guys don't want that to happen, then you know what to do. But if you do want that to happen, then remember, it's a blessing. All right, so moving on to your health, I feel like your health will be you'll be abundant in health as well. And I feel like it's because you're going to take the steps to help yourself. Queen of Wands, remember, taking up exercises that you enjoy, that helps you to stay fit and helps you to stay positive minded. I feel like you'll be giving yourself the love. This is a self-love card as well to me. So you'll be exuding those qualities, yeah, because I feel like you'll be treating yourself with respect, eating the right things, right, and exercising. So you'll be overflowing, your cup will be overflowing with love, you know, and people will see this, that there's a new change in Leo. What's happened for some of you, okay? For others of you, I feel like, you know, you'll be glowing within your pregnancy if you do become pregnant this year, all right? Because you will feel to yourself that, you know, this pregnancy was made, you know, this child, if you get pregnant, it was made out of love, and it will shine. You will shine. You know, people say, oh, you're glowing when you're pregnant or something like that. You'll have that sort of look within you, okay? For others of you, your wealth, you'll be abundant in wealth. Ace of Cups with wealth, man. Come on, guys. Like, Leo, I feel like it's a long time coming. You'll be overflowing with abundance, Leo. You may even be shocked with how much wealth you have acquired over the year, all right? Specifically in the 8th month, all right? So you may feel like, wow, like, this is amazing. I can't believe this. You'll be you'll be emotional, but in a good way, but thankful to the universe, and the universe will keep providing, and keep giving, because they know that, you know, it's been a long time coming, and you would have manifested it. And, you know, this is your, I'll say, good karma, basically. So your wealth will be very, very good, I feel like, in like from the 8th month of the year. Don't really like to do the predictions from the month, but sometimes if it comes to me, I say, like I said, some of you guys could find out you're pregnant in the month of August, or get pregnant in that month, or, you know, from August onwards. That's what I feel. Also, let's talk about your spirit. Your spirit will be, you'll be very emotional. And when I say emotional, again, some of you who could be getting pregnant may find that you're very emotional, and this could be the giveaway sign of that. For others of you, you'll be feeling very, what's the right word I was gonna say? You'll be feeling very in tuned emotionally with yourself, and you'll have a lot of spiritual knowledge that you may want to share with others. Okay, so you'll be very spiritual this year, I feel, even more so this year, especially in the month of August. And your home life will be abundant. Your home life will be like, you know, something that you always wanted it to be. It will be filled with love. I'm not saying it's not filled with love now, but I do see that, you know, during the months, beginning months, you weren't really, you know, happy and, you know, appreciative of your environment, whereas you'll do something about that, Queen of Wands, and I feel like you'll be happy with where you are. Some of you guys could move and feel like where you're settled in your new place is more of a home than it was before. That's probably why you were feeling quite unhappy. Some of you may just decide to just change up your home, which is going to make you feel more comfortable, abundant, and fulfilled. There's a lot of happiness around those areas that I just discussed. A lot of emotional fulfillment, abundance, and positivity. Amazing, Leo. Let's move on to the last card and discuss these areas. Now we have got the Magician. So in terms of love with the Magician, I feel like some of you could decide to be like I mentioned before, keep your relationship a secret. And I feel like for some of you, you could manifest someone or something in. And in terms of love, some of you, whoever you have your eye set on, or however you want your relationship to be, if you're with that person now, I feel like you will be able to manifest that situation into you, because you will be embodying the energies of the Magician. I want my relationship to be this way, so you'll be the Magician. You'll manifest it. You'll write it down in the present tense. If you want a specific person, you will manifest that person in. If you want a friendship with someone, if you want your friendship to have a certain outcome, you will manifest that outcome as well. If you want to align yourself with somebody that you feel like that can help you in terms of your career, client, etc., you will manifest this person in. You're going to be very powerful within this area of love and relationships, okay, friendships and family members as well. Also we have your health. So your health, you'll be able to manifest the outcome of how you would like your, maybe your weight to be, or maybe how you would like to eat, because I'm bearing in mind he's got a table there. I know he's got all these different tools there, but I feel like you'll manifest, okay, I know I need to look this way, so what do I need to eat? You'll visualize how you would want to look. There's a lot of manifestations going on here. You will use the energies of the Magician. The Magician can be seen as a trickster to some people, but to other people, the Magician is a very intelligent person. He uses all the elements of, earth, fire, water to get what he wants, okay? He can be very charming. So you'll use your charm to get you what you want in that area. In terms of wealth, the Magician is charming. So you'll be very charming in regards to like clients. Be be very playful, being very likable, okay, which will help you get your wealth, which will help you get your contacts to get you that wealth, okay? Your spirit. So your spirit, you could be quite a playful spirit, and you you could be going within. I know the Magician is not the Hermit, but I feel like some of you could be going within, and just realizing that you hold the power within to get what you want. You had the answers all along, realizing that, okay? And not being in the energies of the Four of Cups, not giving up, realizing that I hold the secret, I hold the power, right? And your home life, manifesting a new home for some of you. Again, manifesting how you want your house to be. Being the Magician, making things come true, making dreams come true. I'm going to go back to this card as well, Seven of Cups. Remember what I said to you guys before. You're going to allow people to see and visualize things that people can't touch. You're going to bring to life magic, I feel, this year, okay? You're going to make people feel like, how the heck did they do that? That's the energies I feel like you're going to be exuding this year as well, right? Because remember, Seven of Cups, Pisces card, dreams, illusions. You're going to be bringing dreams, visions, and illusions to life in terms of your love life, your friendships, your work life, okay? Your wealth. These things will be coming to you because you would have manifested it, Leo. All right? I could go on, but I'm not. So let's move on to the lessons you will learn over the coming year. So the lessons you will learn, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So the lesson you will learn, let's focus on the Page of Pentacles, is that maybe before you guys were too giving and too open, which resulted in you having that anxiety, feeling trapped, feeling burdensome. Maybe people weren't really appreciative of your offers. So I feel like you'll be holding back in some areas of your life to others, not being as open as you once were. I'm not saying you're going to be closed off entirely, but there's going to be a level of keeping some sort of things for yourself, if that makes sense. High Priestess being secretive. She's secretive, but she has a lot to offer, but she's choosing who she wants to give to. So you'll be quite reserved in who you should give to and who you should not give to, remembering that when I gave to that person, or when I did this for this person, this is how they treated me. And so I'm not going to be as open as I was before. I'm going to hold a little bit back to myself. I feel that will help you guys. But also keeping the heart of yourself, Queen of Cups. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? Or a Pisces female could be very important to you in your life. Still being open, because Pisces come up twice here, still being open, still being giving, okay, but to the right people, I feel, right? Still harnessing the energies of the Queen of Cups, being intuitive, High Priestess, intuitive, being in touch with your emotions, not being scared of your emotions. Yeah. And paired up with the Page of Pentacles, it reveals to me that some of you guys may have been given to someone that was an earth sign in the past as well, and it didn't turn out right. So not given to that specific person anymore. Doesn't have to be, but keeping, I feel that it's more to do with keeping, you know, holding things back a bit, not being very open, and not being as given as you was before. Because remember, the Pages is naive, and they're just, okay, here, you can have it. But knowing that, okay, I can still give, but to the right people. So I need to be mindful, because I don't want to get hurt. Still having a heart about it. Still being open to offer others your love, but just being a bit mindful as to who to give that to. Okay, but still carrying your heart. Now the last card is what to expect for the year, and we have the Hermit. Again, it goes back to what I mentioned before. You will still exude the energies of the High Priestess, doing things in secret, knowing a lot, having a lot of knowledge, but keeping things to yourself. The Hermit represents this as well. This is Virgo. Pisces and Virgos are opposite, so you will be embodying that energy also. Some of you guys could have a Pisces moon or a Virgo moon, right? But you'll be embodying that energy also, keeping yourself to yourself. I know that Jupiter is in Virgo's 4th house, which represents Virgos will be staying at home a lot. So some of you could be working from home, and some of you could be keeping close to home, keeping your secrets close to your chest, finding the answers from within, knowing again that you have the power, you have the secret, you know, for your own destiny. You have the answers from within. Once you've mastered that, then you'll let people see, this is what I've done, the Magician, right? Not shouting from the rooftops about what you're going to do, not jinxing yourself. Maybe you've done that in the past and things didn't come out the way you wanted it to go. So you decide, you know what, my relationship, my personal life, my business, I'm going to keep it shum. Okay? Knowing that you have the answers from within, realizing that you guys are very powerful, because you are. People think that Leos are all about fun and games and, you know, excitement. No. Leos are very spiritual too, especially when they've got certain placements in their chart, right? That is more harnessed more than the actual sign at times. So this is a Hermit. This is what you'll be exuding. I'm not saying you guys will be a hermit throughout the year, but you'll be keeping things close to your chest and knowing when the time is right to release it to people, to release it to family, to release it to friends, you know, just working in solitude for some of you, working on your projects and plans in solitude. And we have this card, Starborn. Now this card represents being spiritual. This is a beautiful card. Look at that illustration. Amazing. Realizing that you are a spiritual being, not being scared of your spirituality, opening up your eyes more to your spirituality. And this card paired with the Hermit. The Hermit is a spiritual card, represents that you'll be a very powerful within your spirituality this year, Leo. Very powerful, okay? Listening to yourself, trusting your gut. You know, remember what I said, making things come to life that people can't see or taste. Right, but making it come to life, making people see magic, making people feel magic. I feel that's your job this year, Leo. And also, again, paired up with the Hermit and the Starborn card, you will realize that you are magic all along. Okay, because this is a very spiritual card as well. This girl, she realized, when I read it in the book, she realizes that she has the answers from within. She is spiritual. She needs to harness it. She needs not to be afraid of her spirituality. And this is what I feel that you'll be doing throughout the year 2019, Leo, all right? Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a crisscross here. And basically what I'm going to be doing is looking at the affirmations of Pile 3 and compare it to Pile 5. So the Pile 3 was 1, 2, 3, was the High Priestess, the Moon, and the Judgment, and comparing it to the outcome. So again, I think I just done it. Once you harness this, okay, the High Priestess energies, keeping things to yourself. Obviously, if you're someone that you trust, then by all means tell them. But you know, just doing things in the background, waiting for things to materialize before you say anything. It's always good to keep a little bit of things to yourself anyway. It's not always good to be an open book. All right, removing yourself from people that will judge you, that don't believe in you. We don't need negative Nancy's, right? Realizing that, you know what, when I work like this in secret, when I do my thing, you know, people will find out when the time's right. But right now, I want to focus on what I'm doing. Okay. And looking at number 4, gaining clarity as well. Not being afraid of your own clarity, not being afraid to make that communication, not being afraid to speak your mind in situations, not being afraid to, you know, stare fear in the face, you know, if it's like a bill or something like that, not being afraid to just stare at it head on, tackle it head on, tackle issues head on, so you can move on from it more peacefully, as opposed to letting it build up like that snowball effect I was discussing beforehand, right? And these two, I feel, will help you to harness your spirituality throughout this year, because throughout this year you will be trusting yourself, and you will realize that you yourself will take you to where you need to go, because you'll be trusting yourself. You'll have that inner knowing, the hermit, the high priestess. You'll have that clarity. You'll make that right judgment as to when to strike, when not to strike. When should I tell people? When should I not tell people? Realizing that I am the magician of my life. I can manifest anything I want. Remember that, and remembering that. Leo, that was your 2019 reading. It went over time, but you know, sometimes I can get a little bit carried away. But anyway, guys, I wish you guys an amazing year ahead. Remember, we have Jupiter in our 5th house. Make that magic work for you. Take care of yourself. Peace out.